Good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to make a video addressing a couple issues that I've seen with some people in regards to a reason why they've been getting lower back, hip, or inside knee pain. There's a number of different reasons, but one of the things I've been seeing more common lately has been some lateral hip stability weakness, meaning that when we're in positions in a front-loaded or back-loaded or even just doing forward or backwards motions, which is what a lot of the things we do in CrossFit is, they're running into issues where the outside stabilizers of their hips aren't working or firing symmetrically. So what's happening is I'm exaggerating right now, but you're getting some drift with the hip. Now, if you imagine, what is that going to do? So if we're in like a front squat, for instance, if we go down and one of our hips isn't working as well as the other in terms of our stability laterally, meaning it's not allowing us to hold in a center, if we're offset, that's going to create a whole pattern from the top of our shoulder down to our heel where we're coming up in a poor position. Now, granted, I'm exaggerating, but these little minute details, repetitive over time, can really cause some wear and tear on our body. So I wanted to just provide a couple strategies that could help to address these, and I hope it helps. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me a comment on the page or just shoot me an email. So without further ado, I'm just going to go over a quick number that I find successful. Starting off at a very basic level, let me backtrack. Try to do one or two of these if you're dealing with some of these issues and see if it helps. One or two a day, or hey, if you want to do all 5 every day, that'd be great too. Let's get into it now. So we'll start off with a really basic one. This can be done against the wall, or what I prefer is in a 4 or 6 point position. So my hands at shoulder, in line with my shoulders, and my knees are going to be in line with my hips, and my toes are going to be under my heels. So in this position, you want to attend neutral spine, and we're going to tighten up. And what we're going to do in this, there's a lot of things you do in this position, but what we're going to do from here, we're going to look straight forward, we're going to slightly elevate our shoulder, and we're going to slightly lift our knee. Now, what I'm really focusing on when I'm doing this is that my body's staying straight. So if I come to a front position, what you're going to notice is my shoulders aren't shifting off from side to side. Usually what they're going to do is kind of cave out like this. Or if you're seeing my hips are staying really in line, they're not gliding from side to side. I don't know if you can see it from the side or in the front, but you're seeing that my body's staying more or less straight, and the only thing you're seeing moving is my knees and my hands. So what you can do with this is a couple rounds of 10 to 12 repetitions, nice, slow, and controlled. If you start to get shaky on them, why don't you call it quits? Try to work up and try to add reps to that. The next one I like to have people try to do is going to be very similar to a pistol squat. The one I prefer actually would be what's called a Cossack squat. So what you do is you get kind of into a sumo deadlift position, so your hips are going to be a little bit more outwards, about 6 inches away from hip width, even 10 inches. What you're going to do is perform kind of a split position, and you're going to go down and perform a squat on that one leg, turning the straight foot outward and coming down as far as you feel comfortable. Trying to not allow a bend in the spine, but it might potentially happen. For me, it is. I'm a little shot today. But what you want to do when you do these, you're going to come out, turning that heel outwards on the other side, really focusing on that press as you come up. Now, as I'm going down, I'm really making sure that my knee is staying lateral or in line with my toe, and it's not bending in or not pointing out. It's staying straight. So coming down, coming back up. Once again, a couple rounds of 10 prior to a workout is a great mobility and a great stability workout. Good. Okay. The next one is, of course, a partial pistol, or a pistol squat hold. So instead of going all the way down and all the way up like we usually do, we're going to grip the floor have our foot go outwards and just go slightly down and slightly up. Once again, with this, you want to make sure that your knee is still aligned with your foot and it's not starting to bend in. If it's bending in, you're potentially going too far, and you want to just kind of choke up on how far the depth of the squat you're going into is. So you're just going to hold on one leg and just try to do about anywhere from 5 to 10 repetitions. A couple rounds of that is usually great prior to a workout. Primes a lot of that lateral line and gets it a little more stable. So from there, we could do some monster walks for this as well. So grab yourself a rogue band. You can start anything thinner or go into a medium band. You want to find whatever one's working well for you. What you're going to do is cross that band, and you're going to have it attached to your feet as I show. I know my camera's a little bit off, so I'll go a little bit down here. So I'm going to come up, engage my scapula, and what I'm doing is I'm going to get into a partial squat position. I'm maintaining tension on the band, so I'm not letting it ever get slack, and I'm trying to move sideways. So while I'm doing this, I'm feeling a lot of activation on the outside of my hips here. And that's what you should be feeling too when you do this. So 2 rounds of 10 to 15 steps to each side is great. And you can play with this. You don't have to just move to the side. You could also do some forward motion with some diagonal, kind of a outward circular motion as you go forward. Or even you could perform them backwards, which kind of looks a little something like this. So play around with that. Really try to recognize how monstrously beneficial this could be to priming that outside of the hips. If you're having shoulder problems, you can't pull the band up. Another option is to bring the band around you and just kind of double it up and just make it tight. So any kind of resistance is going to be a good. So you don't necessarily have to have that maximum press with the hands being the resistance. You can just bring the band above your knees, squat out, and once again, you're just doing those crawls, making sure the band maintains tension the entire time. Okay. The next one, we can do bridges, similar to what I just showed you. You can perform some bridges with the band around our, just above our knees as well. So maintaining an outward pressure with our knees, we're going to perform a band press up, making sure that the tension never leaves the band and that band never slacks. Keeping our core engaged, creating a press up. Once again, you're going to feel a lot of work on the outside of the hips here. Again, 2 rounds of anywhere from 10 to 15 reps is good. And that's I guess all I should show you right now. Once again, if you have questions, feel free to comment below or email me. I hope this helps, and hopefully I'll be sending more videos out fairly frequently. Take care.